You're overpaying for inferior food because nobody showed you the cheaper, healthier alternatives sitting on shelves you never look at. Those bottom shelves and corner sections you walk past? They contain the cheapest, healthiest staples in the store, but you've been trained to shop at eye level, where branded processed food dominates. This isn't accidental. Supermarkets profit from processed food with premium pricing. They lose profit when you buy basic ingredients requiring no advertising. I'm revealing why healthy shopping is easier and the myths that cost you hundreds of pounds annually. One myth in particular has convinced millions that eating well requires spending double on groceries. Let's get started. Number 1. Healthy food is more expensive. The biggest myth keeping people from eating healthy food costs more than unhealthy alternatives. This is sometimes true for specific products, but completely false for actual healthy shopping. The confusion comes from comparing processed food to processed health food, not processed food to real food. Yes, organic granola costs more than standard granola, but plain oats cost less than both. Yes, premium yogurt costs more than budget yogurt, but the cheapest natural yogurt is healthier than the most expensive flavored variety. Real healthy food is often the cheapest option in supermarkets. Let's compare actual prices at standard UK supermarkets to demonstrate this conclusively. Dried chickpeas cost £1 for 500 grams at most supermarkets. That makes approximately 1.2 kilograms cooked after soaking and simmering, providing 12 generous servings. That's 8 pence per serving of high-quality protein, providing 9 grams per serving, and fibre providing 8 grams per serving. Compare this to chicken breast at £7 per kilogram, providing similar protein but zero fibre, or processed veggie burgers at £12 per kilogram with questionable ingredients and excessive processing. The healthiest option is demonstrably the cheapest. Porridge oats cost £1 for 1 kilogram at Tesco, Asda or Sainsbury's. That's approximately 12 servings at 8 pence per serving. Each serving provides around 50 grams of oats with 5 grams of protein, 4 grams of fibre and sustained energy for hours. Compare that to branded breakfast cereal at £3.50 for 500 grams, providing 6 servings at 58 pence per serving with excessive sugar, minimal fibre and energy crashes within 2 hours. The healthy option costs 7 times less whilst providing superior nutrition. Frozen vegetables cost around £1 for 800 grams to 1 kilogram depending on variety. Frozen broccoli, cauliflower, peas, spinach and mixed vegetables all fall in this price range. Fresh broccoli costs 90 pence for a head weighing 300 to 400 grams. Tin tomatoes cost 40 pence per 400 gram tin. These are the foundations of healthy eating, and they're among the cheapest items in the entire store. Brown rice costs around £2 per kilogram at major supermarkets. White rice costs £1.50 for the same quantity. The 50 pence premium, representing a 25% increase, buys you 3 times the fibre at 3.5 grams per 100 grams versus 1.2 grams, plus dramatically more B vitamins, magnesium, selenium and manganese that are stripped away during white rice processing. That's exceptional value for meaningful nutritional improvement that affects blood sugar regulation, digestive health and micronutrient intake. Eggs from free-range hens cost around £1.80 for 6 medium eggs at budget prices, or up to £3.20 for organic free-range. Even at premium pricing, that's 53 pence per egg, providing 6 grams of complete protein, choline, B vitamins, selenium and numerous other nutrients. Compared to protein bars costing £1.50 to £2 each with similar protein but extensive processing, artificial sweeteners and questionable ingredients. Tin sardines cost £1.20 to £1.50 per tin, containing around 100 grams drained weight. Each tin provides 25 grams of protein, over 2 grams of omega-3 fatty acids, significant calcium from edible bones, vitamin D, vitamin B12 and selenium. The nutritional value per pound is extraordinary compared to fresh fish at £6 to £10 per kilogram or processed fish products at even higher prices. The expensive healthy shopping myth comes from buying processed healthy food marketed as nutritious. Protein bars, superfood powders, organic packaged snacks, premium granola, cold-pressed juices. These are expensive, but they're not what healthy shopping means. They're processed food with health-washed marketing, often containing similar sugar and additives to conventional processed food with organic or natural labels, adding cost without meaningful health benefit. Real healthy shopping is dried beans, frozen vegetables, eggs, oats, brown rice, tinned fish, natural yogurt, and basic produce. These are among the cheapest foods available in any supermarket. Healthy shopping is cheaper when you're buying actual food instead of processed alternatives with health claims. The comparison people make is fundamentally flawed. They compare Tesco value ready meals at £2 to healthy ready meals at £4 and conclude that healthy meals cost twice as much. But cooking from basic ingredients costs less than both, while being infinitely healthier in terms of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and absence of preservatives and excessive sodium. A healthy dinner of brown rice costing 20 pence per serving, dried chickpeas costing 8 pence per serving, frozen mixed vegetables costing 30 pence per serving, and tinned tomatoes costing 20 pence per serving totals 78 pence. Per generous portion. Double that for 2 people, and you have a nutritious meal for £1.56. Show me a ready meal feeding 2 people that is cheap while providing comparable nutrition. You can't, because it doesn't exist in any supermarket. Breaking down a week of healthy eating reveals the true cost comparison. Breakfast of oats with banana and honey costs approximately 25 pence per serving. Lunch of sardines on wholemeal bread with salad costs approximately £1.20 per serving. Dinner of rice, beans and vegetables costs 78 pence per serving. That's £2.23 per day for 3 nutritious meals, or £15.61 per week for 1 person. Compared to processed food shopping, branded cereal for breakfast at 58 pence, a meal deal for lunch at £3.50, a ready meal for dinner at £3. That's £7.08 per day, or £49.56 per week. Healthy shopping costs less than 1/3 of processed food shopping while providing dramatically superior nutrition. The price myth persists because supermarkets profit from processed food with higher margins than whole ingredients. Marketing budgets reinforce the myth because processed food manufacturers benefit from convincing people that healthy eating is expensive, a specialty behavior rather than affordable, normal shopping. Healthy shopping is only more expensive if you're buying processed health food instead of real food. Buying actual whole ingredients is the cheapest way to eat, and it happens to be the healthiest. The myth is backwards. Number 2, healthy food takes too long. The second pervasive myth, healthy shopping and eating requires a massive time investment that busy people don't have. This myth combines 2 separate claims. Shopping takes longer and cooking takes longer. Both are demonstrably false when you understand efficient, healthy shopping and simple meal preparation. Healthy shopping takes less time than unhealthy shopping once you know what you're buying. Walking through supermarkets, comparing 20 different brands of cereal, reading marketing claims, checking prices, and deciding between flavors takes substantial time. Buying plain oats takes 30 seconds. You walk to the oats, pick up a bag, put it in your trolley, and you're done. Comparing 15 varieties of yogurt with different flavors, checking which are low-fat or high-protein, reading labels and choosing takes several minutes. Buying natural yogurt takes 30 seconds. One product, simple decision, move on. The time consumption in shopping comes from indecision and marketing designed to slow you down. Processed food aisles are deliberately designed with endless choices, colorful packaging grabbing attention, promotional displays forcing you to navigate around them, and strategic product placement requiring you to search. Real food sections have fewer branded options requiring less decision-making and less time standing in aisles comparing. Your shopping list for healthy weekly basics is simple. Oats, eggs, frozen vegetables, tinned tomatoes, dried chickpeas or lentils, brown rice, natural yogurt, olive oil, fresh or frozen fish or meat depending on preference, seasonal fruit, and basic vegetables like onions and garlic. That's roughly 12 items. Walk into the supermarket, collect these items from known locations, proceed to checkout, and leave. The entire process takes 20 to 25 minutes maximum once you know where everything is located. The cooking time argument is similarly flawed based on comparing extremes rather than practical reality. Yes, some healthy meals require extended cooking time. Slow-cooked stews, roasted meats, elaborate vegetable preparations. But many healthy meals take less time than people spend heating and eating processed alternatives. Porridge takes 5 minutes total. Combine oats with milk or water, microwave for 2 minutes or simmer on the stove for 3 minutes and add fruit or honey. Eggs take 5 minutes. Crack into a pan, cook to preference, and serve with toast or vegetables. Tinned sardines on wholemeal toast take 3 minutes. Toast bread, open the tin, and serve. These are faster than most grab-and-go processed breakfast options once you include the time spent choosing them in shops and queuing for meal deals. Batch cooking transforms the time equation entirely. Spend 90 minutes on Sunday cooking large batches of brown rice, chickpeas, and lentils. Refrigerate portions for the week or freeze for longer storage. Throughout the week, assemble 15-minute meals by combining pre-cooked ingredients with frozen vegetables that steam in 5 minutes and tinned tomatoes that heat in 3 minutes. A curry made from pre-cooked chickpeas stored in the fridge, frozen mixed vegetables, tinned tomatoes, curry paste or spices, and served over pre-cooked brown rice takes exactly 15 minutes from starting to eating. Heat chickpeas in a pan with spices, add frozen vegetables and tinned tomatoes, simmer while rice reheats, and serve. This is faster than ordering takeaway and waiting 30 to 45 minutes for delivery, and dramatically faster than the total time spent driving to restaurants or fast food outlets. A stir-fry using pre-cooked rice, frozen vegetables, eggs or pre-cooked protein and soy sauce takes 12 minutes. A soup using pre-cooked lentils, frozen vegetables, tinned tomatoes, and stock takes 10 minutes. A salad using tinned sardines or chickpeas, fresh vegetables, and olive oil dressing takes 8 minutes. These aren't time-consuming, elaborate meals, they're simple combinations of prepared ingredients. The time myth persists because people compare cooking every single meal from scratch daily versus the convenience of ready meals that simply need microwaving. But nobody advocating a healthy eating recommends cooking everything from raw ingredients for every meal. Strategic batch cooking combined with simple assembly meals makes healthy eating faster than processed alternatives when you account for total time, including shopping, storing, and cleaning. Healthy shopping and eating actually saves time overall when you eliminate the decision paralysis from comparing dozens of processed options in shops. Avoid the health problems requiring doctor appointments and medication that come from consistently eating rubbish, and reduce the mental energy wasted on constant hunger and cravings from blood sugar instability. Number 3. You need specialty stores. The third destructive myth. Healthy food requires shopping at expensive organic stores, health food shops, or farmers markets that aren't accessible to regular people. This is completely and demonstrably false. Every major UK supermarket stocks everything you need for healthy eating. Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, Morrison's, Aldi, Lidl. All of them sell dried beans and lentils, frozen vegetables in multiple varieties, eggs from various welfare standards, tinned fish including sardines and mackerel, porridge oats in bulk bags, brown rice, natural yogurt, olive oil, and fresh produce. You don't need Whole Foods with its premium pricing. You don't need Planet Organic with limited locations. You don't need farm shops that may not exist near you. These stores are perfectly fine if you want them and can access them, but they're absolutely not necessary for healthy eating. Everything required is in standard supermarkets where you already shop weekly. The specialty store myth comes from organic food marketing and health food industry messaging, suggesting that healthy eating requires special, premium products from special, expensive places. It doesn't. It requires basic whole food ingredients from anywhere that sells food. Aldi proves this point most conclusively. This budget supermarket with the lowest prices in the UK sells dried chickpeas, dried lentils, brown rice, oats, frozen, vegetables, tinned tomatoes, natural yogurt, eggs and olive oil, all at rock-bottom prices. You can eat completely healthily shopping exclusively at Aldi while spending less than you'd spend on processed food at any other supermarket. The healthiest shopping is possible at the cheapest store. Lidl offers identical availability. Their basics range includes all the staples for healthy eating at prices matching or beating those of other supermarkets. The food is there. The prices are low. The myth that specialty stores are required is pure marketing. Organic is a choice that offers benefits, not a requirement for healthy eating. Organic vegetables grown without synthetic pesticides are healthier than conventional vegetables grown with pesticides. But conventional vegetables are dramatically healthier than no vegetables or processed food containing token vegetable content. If the budget is limited, buy conventional vegetables from standard supermarkets rather than no vegetables because you believe only organic versions count as healthy. The same principle applies across all food categories. Organic meat and dairy from animals raised with higher welfare standards are better than conventional. But conventional versions of these foods are still healthier than processed meat products or dairy products loaded with sugar and thickeners. Don't let perfect become the enemy of good by refusing to buy healthy food unless it meets premium organic standards. Free-range eggs are better than barn eggs. Organic free-range eggs are better still, but barn eggs from standard supermarkets are dramatically healthier than no eggs or processed breakfast products. Buy the best quality you can afford without believing that anything less than premium doesn't count. The expensive specialty stores primarily sell convenience, attractive packaging, and branding rather than meaningfully different food. A jar of organic cooked chickpeas at Whole Foods costs £3 for a jar containing roughly the equivalent of 100 grams of dried chickpeas. Dried organic chickpeas at Tesco cost £1.50 for 500 grams. You're paying double for someone else to soak and cook them and put them in a glass jar with attractive labelling. Farmers markets are lovely community experiences supporting small-scale local farming. The vegetables are often fresher than supermarket produce, and supporting local farmers has value. But farmers markets aren't necessary for healthy eating. They sell the same vegetables as supermarkets at higher prices because you're supporting small businesses rather than industrial agriculture. This is worthwhile if you can afford it and value supporting local food systems, but it's absolutely not required for nutritious eating. The practical reality is that healthy shopping works perfectly well in the supermarket you're already using for your regular shop. The food is sitting on shelves. The prices are reasonable. You just need to know what to look for and where to find it, which brings us to practical identification strategies. Now here's how to identify healthy food quickly without needing nutrition degrees or spending ages reading every label in detail. Rule 1. Foods without ingredient lists are usually healthiest. Broccoli doesn't have an ingredient list because broccoli is the ingredient. Eggs don't have ingredient lists because eggs are eggs. Dried chickpeas don't list ingredients because the bag contains only chickpeas. These are whole foods that are themselves the food rather than combinations of ingredients. If it doesn't need an ingredient list, it's almost certainly healthy. Rule 2. Short ingredient lists indicate minimal processing. If a product requires an ingredient list, count the items. 5 ingredients or fewer are usually acceptable and suggest limited processing. 10 or more suggests significant processing with multiple additives. 20 or more means you're eating engineered food created in laboratories and factories, not real food prepared in kitchens. Rule 3. Check sugar content before anything else. Look at the nutrition panel, find carbohydrates, then look at of which sugars underneath. More than 5 grams per 100 grams in savory products like bread, crackers or sauces is excessive and unnecessary. More than 15 grams per 100 grams in any product, including sweet item, suggests you're primarily eating sugar with token other ingredients. Anything above 25 grams per 100 grams is essentially a sugar delivery system. Rule 4. Protein content reveals quality in protein-rich foods. Real meat and fish should show high protein in nutrition panels. Greek yogurt should display 8 to 10 grams of protein per 100 grams minimum. If protein content is low in products claiming to be high protein or protein-rich, they've been diluted with water, bulked with fillers, or aren't what they claim to be. Rule 5. Avoid anything listing vegetable oils in the first 5 ingredients. Rapeseed oil, sunflower oil, palm oil, and generic vegetable oil appearing early in ingredient lists indicate manufacturers using cheap fats instead of quality fats like olive oil, butter, or coconut oil. Products using these cheap oils prioritize cost reduction over nutrition and health. Rule 6. Completely ignore health claims on front packaging. Words like natural, wholesome, nutritious, goodness, pure, and honest mean absolutely nothing legally. Companies put these marketing terms on heavily processed products to create health impressions without making verifiable claims. Turn the package over and read the actual ingredients and nutrition information instead of trusting front-of-pack marketing designed to manipulate. Rule 7. Fiber content indicates genuine whole grains. Bread claiming to be wholemeal or whole grain should contain at least 3 grams of fiber per 100 grams. Breakfast cereals claiming whole grain status, 5 grams of fiber per 100 grams minimum. Lower fiber content means refined grains with token whole grain content added purely for marketing purposes. These 7 rules allow you to evaluate any product in supermarkets in under 20 seconds with high accuracy. Pick up the product, flip it over to the ingredients and nutrition panel. Check sugar content. Verify protein if it's a protein food. Scan for vegetable oils. Check fiber if it claims to be a whole grain, and done. No complicated nutritional analysis required. Most genuinely healthy food passes Rule 1 because it doesn't need ingredient lists, or passes Rule 2 with very short, simple lists. Unhealthy processed food fails on sugar content, revealing excessive sweetness, protein content showing dilution, vegetable oils indicating cheap fats, or fiber content proving refined grains masquerading as whole grain. Walk through your supermarket applying these 7 rules to products you currently buy. You'll quickly see which items are actually healthy and which are processed products with health wash marketing designed to create false impressions. But beyond identifying healthy products using quick rules, there are some shopping strategies that make the actual process simple, efficient, and increasingly automatic over time. Number 1. Shop the perimeter of stores first. Supermarkets are deliberately designed with whole foods positioned around the edges of the store and processed foods concentrated in central aisles. Fresh produce, meat and fish counters, dairy sections, eggs and in-store bakeries are typically located around the perimeter. Meanwhile, processed snacks, sugary cereals, soft drinks and ready meals dominate center aisles. Start your shop by walking the perimeter, filling most of your trolley with whole foods from these outer sections. Only then enter the center aisles for specific necessary items like oats, brown rice, tinned tomatoes, and frozen vegetables. This shopping pattern naturally guides you toward healthier choices, whilst helping you avoid endless processed food options that weren't on your list. Number 2. Use identical shopping lists every single week. A healthy eating absolutely doesn't require variety in every single meal or constant novelty. Buy the same staple ingredients weekly. Oats for breakfast, eggs for protein, frozen vegetables for convenience and nutrition, tinned tomatoes for cooking base, dried chickpeas for protein and fiber, brown rice for whole grains, natural yogurt for probiotics and protein, olive oil for healthy fats plus whatever meat or fish you're including. Using the same core list every week eliminates exhausting decision-making. You know exactly what you're buying, where each item is located in your specific supermarket, roughly how much it costs, and how you'll use it. Shopping becomes automatic muscle memory rather than requiring conscious thought and time-consuming deliberation. Variety comes from cooking different combinations and preparations of these same basic ingredients, not from buying different ingredients constantly. Chickpeas with tomatoes and curry spices make curry one night. Chickpeas with vegetables and lemon make Mediterranean salad another night. Can chickpeas with carrots and stock make soup another night? You're creating cooking variety using shopping consistency. Number 3. Choose frozen vegetables over fresh when convenient. Frozen vegetables are nutritionally comparable or even superior to fresh because they're frozen within hours of harvest, locking in nutrients at peak levels. Fresh vegetables shipped long distances and stored for days or weeks lose nutrients steadily through oxidation and enzymatic degradation. By the time you buy and cook fresh vegetables, frozen versions may actually contain more vitamins. Frozen vegetables provide massive convenience advantages because they're pre-washed, pre-chopped, and keep for months without spoiling. You'll waste less food and always have vegetables available without worrying about produce going bad before you use it. Frozen vegetables are frequently cheaper per actual serving than fresh equivalents, especially for expensive or out-of-season produce. Frozen spinach, peas, broccoli, cauliflower, green beans, and mixed vegetable blends are all excellent, economical options providing nutrition year-round. Number 4. Buy dried pulses instead of tinned when time allows. Dried chickpeas, lentils, black beans, kidney beans, and other pulses cost a small fraction of tinned versions whilst being nutritionally identical. They require planning for overnight soaking and 1 to 2 hours of simmering, but the cost savings are enormous for anyone cooking regularly. Cook large batches on weekends when you have time. Store cooked pulses in the refrigerator for up to 5 days for immediate use, or freeze measured portions in containers or bags for months. You'll have ready-to-use protein and fiber throughout the week at minimal cost, comparable to tinned convenience. If time and convenience matter more than cost, tinned pulses are still healthy options at reasonable prices. Look for low-sodium versions or rinse tinned pulses thoroughly before use to reduce salt content significantly. Number 5. Deliberately ignore eye-level shelving. Supermarkets strategically position the most profitable products at eye level, where shoppers see them first without bending or reaching. These premium positions are usually occupied by branded processed foods with high profit margins for both manufacturers and retailers. Consciously look at the bottom shelves for basic staples, larger bulk sizes offering better value, and supermarket own brand versions that are often of identical quality at lower prices. The healthiest and cheapest options are frequently placed at floor level or top shelves, where you won't notice them unless actively searching. Number 6. Buy larger package sizes of shelf-stable staples. Oats, rice, dried pulses, olive oil, and frozen vegetables all cost substantially less per kilogram when purchased in larger sizes. If your storage space and budget allow, buy the largest available sizes of shelf-stable items you use regularly. A 2 kilogram bag of oats versus 2 separate 1 kilogram bags saves money. 5 kilograms of rice versus 1 kilogram bag saves significant money over time. A litre of olive oil versus 500 milliliters provides better value. These per-unit savings accumulate across multiple staples to meaningful monthly savings. Number 7. Plan one comprehensive weekly shop instead of multiple convenience trips. Healthy shopping is considerably easier and more economical with one organized weekly shopping trip rather than multiple small convenience stops throughout the week. You buy staples in appropriate quantities, reducing per-unit costs and eliminating repeated decision-making and temptation. Shopping once weekly also dramatically reduces impulse purchases of snacks and processed foods that happen during unplanned shop visits. The more frequently you enter shops, the more opportunities exist for poor decisions driven by hunger, marketing, or convenience. One focused planned trip is more efficient and results in healthier purchases. There you have it. Now you see that healthy shopping is dramatically easier, cheaper, and more accessible than most people think. Share this with anyone who believes healthy eating is expensive or complicated. Subscribe for more food truth. See you in the next one.